sending emails on Saturday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Wait, am I hearing you? Oh man, how am I hearing you? Say something.
Yo.
How am I hearing you, man? Out of my phone.
Oh snap.
Yeah. There you go. Say something.
Check. 1, 2.
There we go. Now we in the game. But so my thing is, I was going to ask everybody in the chat: do you check your emails on Saturday?
Yeah. What day or like what time?
Yeah.
I don't be knowing what time to do nothing, bro. I just be guessing. Like, send it this time.
Yeah, sometimes it's just a crapshoot. You know, there's those best times, but I've been sending emails on Saturdays and Sundays for years, and that shit works. I don't know about you experts out there, buddy, but that joint works for me. So DJ Watson, what up? What up?
DJ Watson, what up, bro?
Yes, sir. Also, it's time to ask your questions if you got any. Any production questions, let me know. Dog, I got a topic real quick that I want to kick this off with. This has nothing to do with music. That's why I'm gonna get it out the way real quick.
Movie talk?
Nah, because that's gonna last the whole episode. However, yo, you know one of the slept on this is gonna sound like a weird perk in life. Nightmare relief. Hear me out.
Wait, what?
Hear me out. Yeah. Come on. You knew it was going somewhere weird. You know how it is. You have like that crazy nightmare and everything is horrible.
All right, yeah, we good. Damn it. Okay.
Bro, you over there losing.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, you know how you have a crazy nightmare and everything is wild, and then you wake up and you feel like that's your life, and then you come to that realization like, oh no, none of this shit is true. Life is
I'm okay.
Right. Yo, nightmare relief. That's a great feeling. My day is good after that. Just a second ago, I was about to get shot by a shark and eaten by a gun. But now none of that is happening. Everything's good. So yeah, nightmare relief. Big up to nightmare relief.
Wasn't expecting that one, but all right, I'm not mad at it.
That's why I just went ahead and got that out the way. That's one of my little side thoughts, real quick.
Oh man, from Nigeria, love your podcast. Hey, shout out to Nigeria.
Hey, yes sir.
Shout out to Nigeria, man.
Yes sir.
Appreciate the love, my brother.
Motherland love right there.
Let's see.
Yeah, I know we probably got some questions in here, but one topic that we didn't get to last week that we started out talking about before the show, never really got into it. Headphone outs, bro. Do you all use the headphone outs of certain equipment as like another output for that equipment?
Ooh, yeah, that was a conversation. I think did me and you had that? That's when we was
me and you had it, and I said we was gonna talk about it on the show, and we never did. So I just want to see how many people do that.
Because I was in my search for trying to buy stuff. Like, I'm gonna get me one of those mix cubes, the little what is it, Avatone or Oratone, whatever the company is.
Yeah.
But I don't want to buy an interface, so I'm trying to be bootleg and just like, hey, I'm gonna run it to my headphone because I don't use that headphone plug anyway. I'm like, I'm gonna run it to that. It's just like a separate, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know why, but for some reason it feels ghetto. It feels like I shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, it feels like somebody's gonna be like, the amplitude of the headphone out is not equal to the phase issues. As far as I know, sounds the same, has its own gain. I use the headphone outs of a lot of stuff whenever I need to. So yeah.
I still need to go ahead and buy it. It's one of those things that I feel like I'm buying it just because, and not necessarily because I want it. I think I'm just like, it's just the closest thing that it was like gear. the closest thing that I could find where it's like, oh, this would be somewhat useful.
Bro, I still didn't find anything. I did find some new equipment stands though. So I was clowning them because when I got them, they were way smaller than the average stand. And you know how it is sometimes on Amazon. They make something look a certain size, and then when you get it, you're like, bro, come on. This is like a miniature version. But they're actually pretty dope. They're actually good for laptops. I have this laptop on there now. My MPC one is on one. It's good for like smaller equipment. It's not really that great on the push. The push is a little too wide and too tall for it. But laptops and smaller equipment, bro, I like these stands so much. I just ordered 4 more.
Oh snap!
Yeah, and they're only like $10 a piece.
You need the Costco pack for whatever because you got so much equipment, bro. You need all the stands.
That's a fact. I ordered 1, clowned it, loved it. Then I ordered 3. Then I looked around the counter and ordered 1 more.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, they're kind of fire, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Little mini. Shout out to the mini stands.
Young 915 boss, what up, man? Yo, buddy, what up, man?
What up? Ben Trap at 6 is fucking fire. Talk. Come on,
yes,
man.
sir. Yes, sir. Let's
Talk to him
go.
high, man.
Let's go.
Facts. All right, hold on. So outside of nightmare relief,
That sounds like a medicine that they have in Rick and Morty. Nightmare relief.
Nightmare relief.
Have you? Okay, I was about to go down the rabbit hole. You still haven't watched that, have you?
I have.
Okay, I was about to say that is always, that seems totally your bag.
Oh yeah. It's my bag. Outside of homeboy belching through the whole episode, I love it.
Oh yeah. Good point.
For sure. Yeah, that's not really my bag. Anyway, so I know we got something in the chat, but while you find that, I do have a question.
All right, what's up? Black Swirl, what up? My bad.
Black Swirl, what's happening?
What up?
For you? Wow, those air horns are low. I'm not going over there. I refuse to take that walk. What is the best way to improve your music production skills? That's a good question off the rip. Off the top, practice. That's what comes to my mind immediately. Like, practice. The more hours you put into it, the less daunting the hard parts are going to be. And the parts that you kind of got, even though you got them already, the more consistently you do something, the better you're going to get at it. So, I mean, overall, the biggest remedy for being at this level and wanting to get to this level, especially with production, I'm going to say is definitely practice.
Yeah. And I would say just don't make one kind of beat. I feel like for me, it's like I have to do stuff a little bit outside of my comfort zone, because it's going to be like little like intangibles. Is that the word you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that y'all get what I'm trying to go. But it's like I was just making a beat with this like guitar, and it was like I was trying to do almost like a Spanish kind of guitar, but it's like I couldn't get it quite right every time, and it's just like, so it would make me like, all right, let me listen to what a real Spanish guitar is doing. Let me go back to mine. What's different? Okay, I need to chord it more like this and change the progression a little bit. This will make it feel more authentic. And just me going back and forth to that, I learned so much of like, all right, cool. This is how I get this style, right? And then so now I have that key forever, and then I could go off and use it for something else, and so yeah, just work through different stuff,
Smart. That's a good question. That was a super good question.
He's DJ Watson says got to mix it up with a pop joint every so often, bro. If y'all know me, I love pop music, bro.
That's true.
That is my bag, bro. So that is like my go-to. That's the first thing I want to make. Yeah, that's the first thing I want to make is a pop, like Dua Lipa kind of joints.
Thanks. Someone says, I see the question form that you send every day is in Airtable. What is Airtable and how do you use it? Airtable is just like a really, the most simplified way of putting it is it's the dopest spreadsheet you'll ever use. And that's still really underselling it, because you put things in it in a spreadsheet type of format, but then you can see whatever you put in it in so many different ways: graphs, charts, forms. I don't know. It's just like a million different ways. So it's like a spreadsheet on steroids. It's super dope. That joint has changed my life in the last year for sure.
I still got to set my game up. I still got to figure out how to do that one thing. I keep forgetting. Yeah. I always think about it at the weirdest time to ask you, like, oh yeah, how do I set this up?
Hey, let me know. I'll show you. I'll definitely show you, because it's the best way for me to keep track of a lot of things. And these questions that I'm asking for the person that's asking, you see the form that comes in the email. Shout out to everybody on the email list. And through that form, I get to see all of these questions in a different format during the show. And that's where these questions come from mostly. So shout out to Airtable.
Yeah, Airtable. Yeah.
Yes,
I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm not a Airtable expert like Oracle, but I definitely use it though.
My guy. Yeah, Airtable and Zapier.
Oh yeah. Oh, is that, bro? That's another thing I need to sit down and like really. I'm not maxing out my zaps. At one point, I was going 2-hand with my zaps. Now I'm not using enough, so I gotta Gotta find out a balance so I can use some more of them joints.
Man, I think for us and anybody else in here can let us know how you feel. I know when it comes to us, we talk a lot. We use stuff a lot based off of how much we pay for it.
Oh yeah,
because we both like, yo, I'm gonna get my money's worth. If something is $100 a month, we're gonna use it and master it and OD on it for sure.
Yeah, that's big facts.
And it seems like we keep accumulating $100 a month things over the years. It's like a new $100 a month or something like that.
I'm sick of it.
Yeah, so I'm like, damn, it's too much shit to have to overuse just to try to get my money's worth.
The last one though is cool.
Damn, I just waved to somebody. My bad.
Yeah, the last one I would gladly pay the 100. That one I ain't tripping about, but
gotcha.
Let's see. Sorry I've harassed the shit out of you, Oracle. We need to network and try.
Maybe.
Oh, let's see. How do you feel about loop pedals?
I think they're dope. I don't have any personally,
same
but they're dope. And every time I see someone use them, I'm like, man, that's some good shit. That's some good shit. I just don't use them like that.
See, I read the blog about taxes. I just started investing a couple hundreds in music. How do I save future taxes right now, keeping invoices and stuff?
Man, listen, I am not a tax expert, nor is my mind in tax mode, but keeping invoices, yes. A big thing is, first of all, making sure your business is set up legitimately. Seeing as how you're interested in this tax stuff, I'm assuming that you've done that already. And just researching the things that you have or the things that you do that can be written off. You know, that was the biggest thing for me. Things from, depending on where your business is, and then you put in like the square footage of where you run your business there, and then you could write off certain meetings. I think
it was like 300 square feet or something.
Yeah, something like that. And then depending on the type of business, if you have, you can write off monthly meetings at your place of business up to a certain amount, so like get with an accountant, and you don't even have to like retain an accountant. I'm pretty sure you could call somebody. I don't know, you might be able to hit an H&R Block or somebody and just ask them these types of questions. But I was surprised at some of the stuff that counted as a write-off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was also surprised at just some of the ways I was doing things that were hindering me from doing the best I can when it came to tax time, and that includes paying people the wrong way or paying people from the wrong accounts, and it's just stuff that you learn over time. But the thing is, find an accountant or accountants or Facebook groups or something and ask those types of questions for sure.
Bro, I got to put you on that. So I use this service called Bench because not just a producer kid, I have another business. And so we had to do like payroll and all this other stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's super easy because they basically sync with it. If you do like e-commerce stuff, it syncs with everything. And then they could just pull in all the information. And then like, so you instantly get like a report each month of like what you got going out, coming in. And then tax time comes, they just like bundle it all together. And then they either do the taxes or you can send to somebody else, and it's super easy. Yeah,
nice. I'm about to check it out.
Yeah, it's made it a lot easier. A lot easier.
My man. All right, I know we got something in the chat.
Young Ponzu, what up, bro?
What up, pimp?
Let's see. You guys have a different tax system in the States. I'm sure. Oh, yeah. Ours is probably wild.
Bruh, if the stern wheel's on the other side and the plugs are different, I'm almost certain the taxes are way different.
I also heard Ilman talk about forming an LLC. Why is setting up a business important for a musician? Because you're a business, sir.
Yeah, you want to make money. You want to do commerce. Look at the people, places, and things you admire. Their businesses as well. So yeah, my thing is this. If you want to be seen as a boss, you want to be seen. Everybody wants to be a good businessman. Well, the first step to being great in business is owning a business.
That's right.
Properly. Otherwise, I feel like you just kind of limit your vision of yourself. Yeah, you're like, nah,
playing house.
I'll keep taking $100 in cash under the table, and that's going to be the way I'm going to run my business. Well, no, if you think about how big you envision your production career and your business being, I'm pretty sure it's not a $100 every now and again in your hand from a random person.
Right.
You're going to be big time multimillionaire working on a whole bunch of things. Those types of things require your business to be set up properly.
Especially if people want to invest, you need to make sure stuff is like set up properly. It's like
100%.
funding and stuff that you could get if it's set up properly.
Yes.
Stuff you tax differently, because if you got it all under your personal stuff, you getting taxed for whatever's coming in. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's all rolled into your personal, so you're gonna get taxed completely different with LLC. You know, I don't know the exact technicals. Please don't take please look up, professional when it comes to that stuff. I feel like you have to say that, don't you? Because it's like but
yeah, definitely.
But yeah, you know what I mean? Like, but just make sure that the LLC, bro. When I did mine, I was surprised of how easy it was. I thought I would had to do more. I remember being like, okay, do I do anything else? And they're like, no, that's it, bro.
Incredibly easy to set up an LLC. Incredibly easy.
This is one of them things, man. Just get it out the way, do it. Super easy. Get your business situated. Get you a separate bank account, a business joint.
Yep, easy. Just open up a new bank account at your bank. All this stuff, and some things vary from state to state. So just look it up. Just Google whatever it is in your state, because I don't want to sit here and tell you the wrong thing. But the right thing is handle your business like a business, and the first step of that is creating a business. Especially if you want to hire people, if you want someone to manage you, if you want someone to manage your money, which you will in the future, you got to have all this stuff in order. It can't just be in your mattress crumpled up like that. It don't work like that. Handle real business like real business.
That's right. Someone says, is it expensive? Bro, I remember when I went to do it, because at first I was gonna go to LegalZoom, because I just heard about it, and then everybody's like, you don't got to do all that, you know what I mean? Just go sign up for it. I went on YouTube, put in forming an LLC Georgia, because that's where I live at. Bro, it was 10 videos walking you through exactly, and I think it was $100. It was cheap, bro. I can't remember now because it's been a minute, but like it was nothing, bro. Like it was nothing at all, and it's probably like a 10-minute process. You know what I mean? So it's, dog, go do it, man. If y'all haven't did it, go ahead, get it out the way, and it's super simple, man. It's a lot of resources out there to figure it out.
Yeah, start being serious.
Yeah,
if you haven't already, start being serious about your business.
DJ MacGyver, what up, bro?
What up, pimp? My brother in the building.
Elicita, what up?
Elicita, she's back.
Oh yeah, she here.
Come on, not two-time viewer.
You can't leave. You're part of one of us.
Facts. Facts.
Let's see what we got in here. I've seen some questions. Let's see. I've been blown away by massive artists that have been in prison by failing to pay their taxes and stuff. Yeah. When you don't know about money and then you get lots of money, that's a recipe for disaster.
That's a fact. And someone is going to try to take it.
Yeah.
Somebody.
Yeah. He said, I'll manage your money if you need me to.
Who said that?
DL. No, thank you.
No, I'm good.
Between Mint, my accountant.
Yeah.
I'm cool. I think I got to handle it.
Yeah,
I think I got it, man.
That's super straight.
Let's see. I got a question for y'all. If you're making beats with the hopes of getting it placed, is releasing your beats through DistroKid a good way to demonstrate your sound without messing up the license?
You're the DistroKid guy.
I mean, I just feel like the part that is getting me hung up is like demonstrate. I mean, I guess if you make the beat, right, and you put it out, you still own the rights to it. So if later on you want to turn around and sell that, it's nothing to like stop you from that. You get what I'm saying? But I don't know if I would showcase my beats on DistroKid unless you're doing like a instrumental album or like something like that, or single, because I feel like that's not really the point of DistroKid. DistroKid is more for like getting full bodies of work out. That's the way I think of it. And I might be wrong. It might be people who are using it for other stuff, but I don't think of it. That's where I think of like a BeatStars or having your own website is like to showcase your beats, not necessarily DistroKid, which is like a distribution kind of thing. You know what I mean? So
Facts.
That's the only thing I would say. But yeah, put some stuff out there. And then until somebody buy it off you, that's your song. So
Hey.
do what you got to do, cuz.
Facts. Answer that like a champ.
Let's see. Yo, can we please get into distribution companies? I need to know more. What would you like to know? Yeah, let us know.
Good question.
Let's see. I got go to H&R for taxes, but they pricey. At least I know I won't get audited. Hey man, I feel like there's a few things you spend that bread on, man. And to keep them alphabet boys at bay,
pay that cost.
You gotta pay whatever.
Alexa, stop.
I feel like, yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Bruh, pay the cost. Things will cost. And just when you're like, I don't really want to pay for that. Mm-hmm. Just think about it in the future, how much it would cost you to not pay it a little bit now.
Yeah.
I always say the more successful you want to become, get used to paying people.
Oh yeah, it's coming. And it won't stop. It's only gonna get worse the more successful you get.
Get used to paying people. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's see. Illustrator says United Masters, DistroKid, TuneCore. So it's okay. From my experience, I'm only with TuneCore because I know one of the people who run TuneCore. I know her very well. She was my neighbor at one point. She used to work at ASCAP. So when I was over at ASCAP and I would DJ events and all stuff, I knew her. And then she went to run TuneCore. So I have a relationship with them. So that's the only reason I'm there. Not saying they're a bad company, but that was my reason for picking them. DistroKid, I've heard a lot of great stuff about them. Price-wise, the ease of everything. So I think most people kind of gravitate towards DistroKid. And then United Masters, I'm hearing a lot more stuff about them now.
Good stuff?
Yeah, good stuff.
Okay.
And they just did a deal with Apple. So I'm not sure exactly what the deal is with Apple, but I know Apple is like sponsoring them. They gave a whole, it was a stupid amount of money. I want to say like, I don't know, it was some millions. But yeah, I feel like they're all pretty comparable. I'm not even gonna lie.
It's like a BMI ASCAP type of comparison.
Yeah, they all kind of do the same thing. So it's really just like a preference thing. But I know a lot of people do DistroKid. So I mean, I feel like you can't really go wrong there.
Yeah, Smoking says DistroKid is the best way to go if you release multiple projects a year.
That makes sense. Because I think the pricing for DistroKid was better than TuneCore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've heard that before. I've talked to a couple of people about that, and that's one thing that they really like about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's pretty good. I actually thought about trying to switch over because I don't know. I probably should stay. I don't know. I haven't actually thought about it that far.
Like, you know what? I'm leaving. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. No,
I'm thinking out loud.
Yeah, no, it's raining outside. I'm saying.
Let's see. Doing fairly well on starting on distro. It's a breeze. Plus they have Slaps, a music social program. Oh, that's fire.
Dope. Someone said Bandcamp.
Yo, Bandcamp, they be getting money, dog.
And they want to how long has Bandcamp been around, bro?
Forever, dog.
It's been a long time. They are OGs in the game for sure.
They have their own like community. It's like how SoundCloud has like that community. Bandcamp, like they have, because it's wild because like, so for me DJing, a lot of times I'll be trying to find these remixes that producers do or DJs do that's like exclusive, and you can't just download them a lot of times. So I'll go on Bandcamp, dog. I'll spend like $40 and buy their whole catalog. But it's a lot of DJs doing that. It's a bunch of, these people be making money off of it, dog. So I try to support. I try to buy music when I can, especially if somebody got some crazy remixes.
Facts, bro. Oh, speaking of which, I kind of got a gem here. I'm just gonna go ahead and drop that joint on everybody. So we always talk about when you make beats, use acapellas. It makes things makes things better. So we talked about the best place to find acapellas is usually YouTube. You find some DIY joints,
right.
And then remember there was this website I think I told you about it, where it'll separate the 2-track into like instruments.
Was vocals. It the AI joint?
Yeah.
What's wild? I used it last night. I know exactly what you're talking about.
There's a better one, bro.
Hold on. Which one? What's the better one?
La 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 la.
That's what I used last night. That's exactly what I used.
Slim.
That joint is cold.
I'm sorry if I don't know the website, but
it's LALAL.ai.
When I tell you, This is the best acapella maker ever. Duh, like, because the other one I think was melody.ml. And melody.ml is still good for like separating like the music, because the LA joint only does vocals and instrumental.
Right.
And the other one does vocals, bass, drums, and other. But that's based off of the Splitter. The Splitter framework. This new joint, the Lala joint, we'll call it that, based off of something totally different. Bro, clean. It is super fire. So, man, look it up, enjoy yourself, have a ball. It's crazy.
Bro, what made me even get on there, it's so wild that you even brought that up, because yesterday I went cycling, right? So I'm on my bike, I'm listening to music. That's why I listen to a lot of new music, is just while I'm cycling. Mm-hmm. So it's this song, and it's gonna sound terrible, but it's this song. I love the song, but I hate. So it's a common song. It's called "What They Do." What do they do with this girl named PJ? She's from North Carolina, right? Mm-hmm. I love PJ's voice. Like her voice, she got one of those voices where you hear it and you be like,
I know, just PJ with the dreads.
Yeah, bro, her voice.
Yeah.
It's something about her voice, though. It's just every time I hear her sing, I'm like, yo, I love this girl. I don't know, I'd never met her in my life, but it's just, she got that voice. You know what I mean? It's only a few people that just got that drawn to voice. And I love the song, bro. But I hate Common's verses. I hate Common's part so bad, bro.
I'm not even gonna go there with you, but I agree.
But it messes up the song so much for me that I'm like, yo, I'm about to just remix this joint. And so Facts. I was like trying to find the acapella, and I couldn't find it nowhere. It wasn't on YouTube or nothing. So bro, I remembered that I had seen it and I bookmarked it. I went back in there, put that acapella, I mean the regular version in there, bro, and it's the cleanest, because normally it has that little bleed through. Acapella is super crisp. It's super, and then the only thing in the instrumental, you could hear a vocal like faintly in the back, like and it's like in one little spot, and it's like somebody would have to point it out to you. But that joint works great. So yeah, it's I'm gonna type in the chat. It's LALAL.ai. There we go.
So well, since we're going there, since it was brought up and we're giving out the gems, I'm gonna give everybody a cool gem on how to use it. So first of all, I don't know what the pricing is for it.
Ooh, I got a gem for that.
We might have the same gem.
Okay, go ahead.
By the way, don't make a clip out of this. Yeah, guys. This is like for the people. If you're here listening, then you get the gem. Okay, so you go with your gem first, and if mine is different,
I'm pretty sure now that you said it's but the same as. Okay, so I was just gonna say temporary emails. You get one for you get one for free. Hey, them temp emails. Go to Google, temp email, copy that boy,
yes sir,
paste it, and you in there.
So I did have a different method.
Oh, okay.
So number one, incognito window.
Sorry.
For sure. So here's the thing. They allow you a 1 minute preview of the vocal and a 1 minute preview of the instrumental, right? And you could download the previews. So what I do, since I'm only using them to make beats, I'm not doing anything with whole songs. I'll take the whole song and put it in Ableton, and I'll just crop it to the verse. And then I upload the verse to the AI joint, and it's always going to be under a minute.
Smart.
So it rips it. It's already going to be perfectly in time. Because the thing about acapellas, it was so hard to like get them in time and get them trimmed. But this one, you could actually use the whole song with the beat to trim it, get it in time, upload it to the AI. It's going to give you the 1 minute preview, and you just download it. Open another incognito window and do it again. You could get, and most songs are only 2 verses. So it's super quick. Huh. You know what I mean?
Put me on game. I know what I'm doing tonight.
Well, I was getting the acapella game.
I got all the acapellas, dog. I went ham, dog.
Facts. Yes, sir. So if you happen to be here, then this is just information for you. We're not going to make a clip out of this. This is just like some super in the cut info. And these are the types of conversations that we have on the phone all the time. Oh, like, yo, the jug for this or the jug for that. But
Dang, it's another one that I would say, but I literally put it on my thing to make a YouTube video about it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it till after the YouTube video come out. But it's another little gem I found. I'm trying to get in my content bag. My daughter started school, so my time is opened up now. Bro, I made 15 beats since Monday.
That is ridiculous.
15 beats is more than I've made in months. In some months, I hadn't made 15 beats. You know what I'm saying? Recently. So the fact that I made 50, and it's some ones in there. So I'm like, all right, I got the time. I'm going crazy, dog. That's all I've been doing is just cooking up. I got both computers on. So I'll make a beat, then I'll go over here, do a little business work, and then go back over there and make a beat. I like the little workflow. And then I got my turntable set up over here, so I could just go find some records, you know what I mean?
Get some DJing going on.
Yeah.
Listen, bro. Hey, welcome back to a bit of free time. Getting a little bit of free time. It's always good. Bro. It's always good.
I ain't know. I'm like, this is what it's like, bro. Like freedom. this is what it's like. It's nice. It's been so long.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Bro, this whole time I've been doing everything within 3 days because the rest of the time is daddy daycare, bro. So I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm like forcing everything in like 2 or 3 days to try to do everything. Yeah. And I still got a decent amount accomplished, but now it's like, all right, cool. We out here.
Facts.
Yeah.
Dope.
Placement boys in the building. You know what I mean? It's going ham.
Man.
Oh, and shout out.
I'll tell you something. I'll tell you after the show.
Okay. Shout out to Cam, man. Because I think we got another one.
Listen.
He put up another one. I was like, Motown Records is like fire emoji. I'm like, yes. Send me my check.
Hey, listen. Shout out to Cam. The checks. Shout out to you. Fire. Hey. Always fire. I got to check this one out. I got to check out the new one.
Yeah, he just posted another one. Rock Wilder.
Hey, come on, we got a legend in the building.
He says Propeller Head Gang. Black.
Okay.
No smoke. I come in peace. No beef with Propeller Head.
But wait, he came in repping though.
Oh yeah, he know what time
Who won it? Who won it? I love it. I love it.
Fruity Loops. No, I'm sorry.
Wait, then I feel like I had another gem with that AI, but I think that's it, man. That was enough right there.
Oh yeah, no, that just fired though.
Yeah. For making acapellas, that's gonna be the move. And for making acapellas that are automatically lined up, use the method I just talked about. That's gonna be the move for sure.
Okay, so your buddy says, do you have an affiliate program?
You know what's funny?
Yes and no, but yes.
Yeah.
I haven't opened. I don't think either one of us opened up to like
the general public.
Yeah, it's just really for like influencers. But I mean, I'm not mad at that idea either. It just I feel like with affiliate, you got to have rules in place because people will take advantage and do some weird stuff. So
yeah, people do wild stuff, and the main reason why I haven't opened it up to the general public, and probably won't, to be honest with you, is because people, like you said, they do wild shit. Like they'll just spam it. They'll spam the affiliate link everywhere, and that's a reflection on your company. And so now you become the spammy company because you got one person that don't know how to do affiliate marketing. Now they just spamming your stuff all over the place. And I'm, don't litter the internet.
You're right.
With the good word. So, I gotta kind of figure that out though.
Rock, man, we gotta get Rockwaller. We need to set up the interview, man. So we go ahead. We need it. The streets need the interview, man.
Sir, we definitely need that interview. And we saw some of that good greatness for those who watched the Red and Meth versus, you heard the greatnesses, the greatness of the man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we need that. He says, can someone please tell me the best plugin for tape saturation effects? Oh man, I feel like we were just talking about that.
We were. In terms of like cassette saturation, which I'm a big fan of cassette. The plugin Cassette by Waves Factory. That's my go-to right there. The Waves joint, the Kramer joint, it's kind of cool. I don't really use that one that much, but I use Cassette by Waves Factory. Yeah, Waves Factory.
Bro, I bought hella plugins the other day.
Did you? I need some more, bro.
I'm not mad. I finally really got to sit and use my best friend Jacob's joint. Was it Octave?
Octave, yeah.
Bro, it's really good. I'm not mad at it at all. It's really good. I mean, I've used it, but I didn't get to sit really like enjoy it. Like, but that's really good. Heat Up 3, Diego had kept talking about it.
Oh yeah, Heat Up 3 for sure.
Yeah, that joint had some fire on there. Then I bought some random just like effects plugins and stuff, like just clicking, just like, oh, this looks cool, and I just bought it. So I haven't really used those yet, but
yeah,
plug-in season, man. No, it's so sad. I want to buy equipment so bad, and I'm just like buying stuff just.
I'm pressed. I want to buy some equipment so bad. First of all, two things real quick. Don Corleone in the building.
Don, what up, bro?
With some suggestions. Oh man, what? Come on, air horn.
Yeah. He gonna know. Don know all the fire plugins.
Yeah, and BeatStars Music Group bought a badge.
Oh, Young BeatStars.
Come on, man.
What's going on?
Shout out to Young BeatStars, man. Yo, we got some superstars in the building tonight. We got superstars, we got BeatStars, we got all the stars in the building tonight. Shout out to all y'all. So Don Corleone talking about the best plugins for saturation. I believe this is what he's talking about. RC20, of course, fan favorite. Vibes. I don't know about Vibes, but Fab Filter Saturn. Fab Filter is one of my favorites. I think on like during like XO2 Spacewalk, I was super into Fab Filter. I still use it. I still use Fab Filter a lot, man. But shout out to Fab Filter for making Saturn. Saturn is the joint.
Sure, yeah, no, that's fire. And yeah, man. Okay, let me ask you this. I feel like me and Oracle have talked about this on the Alter podcast. The issue with doing interviews remote is you could do the group IGs, right? But it's a lot of if the person doesn't have this set up exactly right, it's gonna be some weird technicalities, right? So say we do an interview with Young Don or Rockwaller. I think maybe the best would be to do it just on YouTube, just to make it simple and straight to the point.
Yeah. It probably wouldn't be during a regular show like this.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, because when we do this on Instagram, but we're also doing it on YouTube at the same time. So if we brought somebody in here, it's a disadvantage. The YouTube people can't see it, and that is where the show lives after it's over. It doesn't stay on Instagram. Like as soon as we turn it off, it's gone from here, but it lives on YouTube. So the best place for us to do it would be YouTube. So two schools of thought on that. Number one, we would do it separately from the live podcast and then just put it out. Or eventually we just start migrating away from Instagram and have it kind of like an afterthought. And then that way we can do stuff live during the podcast if everyone is watching it on YouTube.
Yeah, that's the issue, is because now we have it kind of split. So we can't do some of the stuff like call people in and everything, but we got to move everybody from IG.
Facts.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But yeah, I definitely want to get some interviews done. I feel like the streets need it, man. I feel like we could definitely learn a lot from these guys.
Yeah. Wait. Okay, now for my next question. Hold on. This is what Rockwilder said, but my chat is going ham sandwich right now.
Oh, okay. You want to read it?
Yeah.
He said, okay, now for my next question. What's the best plugin for the drip without using drip?
That's a funny question because I thought of that myself, and making I don't know how you guys get down to propeller head land, but making a chain.
Who taking the shots now?
I'm not shooting. I'm not.
That's a little warning shot.
But I didn't even bring no bullets. I'm not shooting. but no, seriously, what I will do in Ableton is like a plugin, especially something like Drip. I'm curious as to how things are working or what things are doing. Even though I will continue to use that plugin for its purposes, I like to make chains that mimic what other plugins do. And that's just to enhance my understanding of how things work and what things are doing. And then, or to modify it. Because if I get a chain that can do exactly what a certain plugin can do, now I can modify it myself and add and take away. So I don't know of a plugin specifically that does kind of what Drip does. I'm lying. I'll tell you in a minute. But I would just make a chain of effects to try to mimic that. An old plugin that's kind of not close, but it's a multi-effect joint with a whole bunch of multi-effects is PSP Nitro.
Ooh, I ain't heard that one.
No, that joint is at least
I gotta bring that one back out.
12, 15 years old. It's an old plugin, but it's some sleeper presets in there. Dog, Nitro is crazy. It's a preset on there called Sacred Place, and that's how I was turning samples like into like pad sounds.
Oh, that's fire.
Way back in the day. Yeah, so PSP Nitro, bro. I think they only make a 32-bit version. It's not even like a 64-bit version of that joint.
Dang, bro, I ain't heard that one in a minute.
Yes, sir. That was the man. That joint was so crazy.
I mean, drip is more like effects, but I mean, I use a lot of the like, what's the Cable Guys bundles where it's like the volume shaper. I mean,
shaper box and all that.
Yeah, it's not necessarily the same affecting that it does, but it changes the instruments in that way. So I use a lot of those. Trying to think what else I've been using. I mean, of course, Gross Beat, but I feel like Gross Beat is so ran through, bro. And then
Gross Beat's been severely overused and outshined by stuff that does the same thing and better now.
With Gross Beat, I feel like a lot of those presets you can't use because I hate how some of them change the key of stuff. And it's just like a lot of it. Just to me, it just adds more work that I had to like. All right, now I got to go retune everything back up to this to get it to. It's just a lot of weirdness, and then sometimes the effects is too dramatic. Like, like I'm never gonna use this in a real song where it's like doing all these DJ scratches nonstop throughout. It's like, right, it's too much.
Tone it down. Tone it down. Real quick, we got another superstar in the house. We got Will Kahn from Burrow Audio.
Hey, yo, Will, what up, man?
Will. What up, bro? Shout out to Will. Shout out to Burrow Audio. Yes, sir. Will, welcome here. You're in here with other big time great people. You see Rock Wilder Music in here. You see Don Corleone in here. You see Young Trez in the building. You see everybody in here.
And Rhythmizer are dope. Yeah. That was my joint. It's it's the Dr. Thunder of Gross Beat.
Funny. And Rhythmizer is pretty damn dope. It's pretty dope. There's another joint that was like that, but it was Roger Lynn put out a plugin that was super dope, but he never finished it. And it's a CPU hog. It crashes all the time. And you can barely find it, but it's called Adrenaline with two N's at the end, like Lynn, Linn. Spacewalk, man. Do you know? So I put Adrenaline on a lot. When I made the wet versions of all the loops, I was really going in with Adrenaline.
That's right.
Do you know that like while doing each loop, my computer would crash at least 4 times? But the plugin was so dope that I'm like, I'm just gonna deal with it. It's gonna keep crashing. I'm gonna keep opening it until I get it right.
Hey man. Yo, who trying to pitch in and buy T-Rex with me? We bringing it back. Come on, man. We bringing back T-Rex.
Speaking of equipment that programs that no one uses anymore, Mixed in Key 10 is out. Ooh. Did you see that?
No, I don't.
I've never been a Mixed in Key guy.
I don't really care for their products. They made something though, and I was like, oh, that does seem good. But like the Captain, all of that stuff, trash, bro.
Trash. Yeah, Captain Chords, Captain Bass, Captain Crunch, all that shit is trash, bro. That shit is trash. Bro. Rockwilder said, "Wow, Nitro. What you know about Nitro, bro? Yeah, Nitro is cold."
Bro, and even Mixing Key, bro, that joint be giving me the wrong keys so much, bro. It's like I trust Serato sample way more than I do. Like I'm not trusting that at all. Facts. I mean, bro, I don't got to the point now. I do everything. I just do the manual test with the key because it's like a lot of times, especially if it's something like a weird chord progression, it's gonna get it wrong anyway.
Yes. Yep. Oh, did you do that thing with Tuner?
Oh, I did. I gotta play the beat. Shout out to my brother. So the great things, my brother, if y'all don't know, my brother's a producer too, but he's going crazy with DJing, and his thing is like he'll find like obscure samples, right, that people used, and then show how they flipped it. So you probably see it on Instagram. He's been blowing up off of it. So he played the one for No Limit Soldiers to make them say Andre.
Gotcha.
He sent it to me days ago, and I was like, bro, I'm about to use this joint and make a whole beat out of this joint. But I couldn't get the tuning quite right. And in Fruity Loops, I'm still kind of figuring that part out. Fruity Loops isn't the greatest when it's editing audio for me. It's not like Ableton. Ableton is the greatest thing for editing audio like ever invented. But so I was trying to figure out what plugin to use in this certain joint to get it exactly, because it's like kind of the tune was a little bit off, and it just, you know how like you dealing with like one.
Yeah, like you went to the little fine tuning.
Yeah, shout out to my brother. He just popped up.
Hey, there he is.
Yeah, go follow him. But yeah, he gave me the inspiration to flip that sample, and yeah, so came out good. So if I get it placed, I'm gonna give him a little pub. I'm gonna slide him. I'm gonna slide him some pub, man.
Man, shout out to B too. After that once was a couple episodes ago. Anyway, after the show, man, we had the DM jumping with just sample talk and samples back and forth. When I find people that know samples and love samples like I do, you know it's tough to get me to stop about it. So yeah, I probably held B up for like 3 hours with samples in the DM after that show, man. So shout out to Just B Man, no DJ.
Yeah, man. Don't be trying to harass them for the samples, man. They go to me first. My samples.
Give me that.
Yeah, he be making a mixtape like, I didn't know that. Snatch. I'm about to make a beat out of that thing.
Man, listen, hey, I'm trying to tell you. Hold on, what else we got in the chat? Because we actually got a few other questions. Y'all coming alive now.
It says get the famous friends to migrate to YouTube. That's genius. Hey man, we got a lot of friends that people would say is famous. I think that would be dope.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll see. Do you like Reason Studios more as a rewire instrument or rack? You asking the wrong person, cuz
neither one of us use it. And you could ask, hey, there's a production legend in this chat right now that uses Reason, but I don't think he would use it as a rack or rewire because he uses the actual program. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm a sample man all the way. Hey, you my type of guy, man. What's that? Prince Prodigal? You my guy.
Hey, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Let's see. I like Mixbox by IK Media. Has some dope effects plugins. Oh, I gotta check that out then.
Yeah, I gotta check them out.
Oh, and go ahead. My bad.
I was about to get into a whole new thing about I need new instrument plugins. I don't need new ones, but I'm just curious because everybody knows the usual suspects. Of course, you got your Omnispheres, you got everybody knows the usual suspects, but just curious, what VST instruments are you guys using that you're really loving? Just so I can kind of get some ideas. I want to migrate towards a couple things, and also want to spread my producer money around in the community, but I got to know what to buy in order to spread it around, you know?
I ain't gonna front. I really like Jacob's joint. That joint is fire. Because it still gives you a sampled kind of texture. I'm pretty sure it's made out of like waves, and they just like process them, and then they figured out how to stretch them across the keyboard, and you can kind of adjust. But all the sounds are really quality. Like I enjoy. They're different too. It's not the same kind of. I mean, it's like a lot of your staple stuff, but they have like weird textures to it, which I enjoy. So yeah, I'm not mad at that. Like, and the price was good. I feel like I can't remember exactly. I think it's like 70, 60 somewhere in there.
Okay. Yeah. Man, it's quality. I've heard nothing but great things about it. And funny enough, it fell off my radar as far as like stuff I need to cop, but I need to cop that today. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I need to find out if you got a affiliate program. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. That's something I can stand behind for sure.
Yeah, no, that just fire. Heat Up 3, I mean, it's very like trap oriented to me. It's like very dry sounds, but I mean it's good though. It's like Nexus, but up to date. Yeah. You don't got them My Love presets
they do a good job of doing what another company that I shall not name tries to do, and they just fall short and they corny every time. But the guys who do Heat Up, they nailed that. They really nailed that. Let's see. Realistic. Shout out to Realistic Productions, man. Come on, man. SoundOracle.net.
Realistic, man.
Realistic. That's my superstar engineer, my right hand man over here at SoundOracle.net. If you don't know the boy, go follow him. He's super dope.
Oh, your buddy said Pigment, bro. I bought Pigment, and I don't even think I opened it. I'm so glad you said
that. I had Pigment loaded up on the track right there, now.
I'm so glad you said that because I forgot that I bought it and haven't used it yet. So that's what it is.
Tim Kelly put me on the Pigments.
Okay. I'm so glad he said that. I totally forgot.
Yes. All the UVI stuff though. Wait, is that UVI or
No, I don't think it's.
That's the other ones. I keep wanting to say Analog Lab, but not. They make Analog Lab. Damn, forgive me, y'all. But yeah, it's not UVI. It Arturia.
Oh yeah.
There it is.
Let's see, Rolling Cloud. I've heard a lot of good stuff. I got to get the Rolling Cloud. I've heard a lot of good stuff about that one.
I have to get over my dislike of subscription.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I don't like.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't like how much I use stuff to be tied into whether I keep it or not. Like, give me an upfront price. And I guess it's hard to do with that, but everybody's going to subscription model. Cause I'm like, I'd rather give you $200 right now or something, however much right now, and be done with it. I don't want to be tied to you every month for a plugin.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be like, well, I don't use that plugin a lot, so now do I really want to pay? I don't want to think about that when I'm being creative. I don't want to be like, do I want to do another month of this? I'm budgeting my creativity and shit, and I'm not really a fan of that. But it's a necessary evil from a business standpoint. I totally understand. I get it. Not to say I wouldn't even do it one day, but from the consumer standpoint right now, I don't like it.
What if they start like repoing your melodies because you used like you ain't pay your bill, son? So
like, yo, I loaded up my project, that shit is gone.
You go to play a beat, it's like past due notice pop up. Like, hey guys, we need that money. Run that, run that money.
So Realistic says the Octave plugin is dope. I use that in the loops in Digital Wax, and those are fire. In case you haven't checked out Digital Wax, for those that have checked it out, you already know what the loops sound like.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Did you get the update of Pigments version 3? Bro,
I just get all my updates, man. Yeah,
I bought it, installed it, and I have no idea. I haven't even opened that tray.
So
I'm so glad y'all brought it up, man, because I definitely forgot.
Yeah.
What happened to Cyclops? The synth by Camera, all that. Wow.
Let me tell you something. Cyclops.
Wow.
I was using that back in the Interscope days. Mm-hmm. It's very digital. It's very extreme. Like, it's nothing subtle about it. But if you want to do something kind of wild with a real digital edge, Cyclops is dope. And it's one of the few, probably the only VST I know that has a video game built into it with sounds. Wow. You get to preview the sounds while the game, like while you're shooting, it previews the sounds for you. It's super dope. It's like a Space Invaders type game built into the VST. And I don't think a lot of people even know that it's in there.
Yeah, I didn't know that was in there.
I forgot how to bring it up. But I used to play it all the time, and that's how I got familiar with the sounds in it.
Up, down, left, right.
Yeah. Right.
Let's see. How do you feel about UHE synths? I'm trying to think, what do they make?
Oh, Uhi, Zebra.
Oh. I said that. I was like, I'm gonna spell it.
I could be saying it wrong too. They make Zebra. It was another one that was like super. Oh, they make Diva, of course.
Oh,
yeah, they make Diva, which everyone loves. People that know about Diva love Diva. If you don't know about Diva, you don't. However, you could always. There you go.
You gotta have that RAM.
Diva is going to take your RAM out to the back alley and wash it. Understand?
It's a World Star video. Like, that joint get jumped.
Facts.
No NLE chopper.
I got 32 gigs of RAM, and that's this is the first time in life that Diva hasn't like taken my whole CPU for a ride. But if you in the 16 or under realm, man, pull up your patch, hope it plays right, and record that shit, the audio, and disable the plugin.
I'm mad that I'm over here like UHE, and then you like, oh, UE.
Hey, look, I could be wrong.
No, I think that's right. Me looking at it is like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah. After I said it. Hey guys, reading the chat live it's a difficult job.
It is. We just make it look easy. But no, they make super dope plugins, bro, for sure.
See, I have all the Sugar Bites bundles. Dang, Sugar Bites used to be popping, bro. What happened? Do they make stuff?
They still popping, actually. I don't know what the last thing is they came out with, but Sugar Bites is one of the most popping companies ever. I put them in the same category as like a Output, as far as like sound companies that I respect.
Oh yeah,
I put them up there with Output.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything recently about them, but all the stuff previously,
yeah,
bro,
incredible.
Ran through them joints.
Facts. I got to get some more of those types of plugins from you.
Oh yeah, we'll I'll give you a list.
Well, yo, I say it again. get a person or some people that you could trade and share gems back and forth with. Because me and Trezor, we're about to swap some gems after the show about plugins.
Makes it so much easier. Bro, please find that one. I keep having an idea for this loop that it's an old loop, bro. So I know it's gonna take you a while to find it, but if you come across, I'm gonna keep reminding you till you just
I know what you're talking about.
I keep thinking about it and I have an idea, and it keeps every couple days. I'm like, I need to make this beat, bro. I need to make this beat.
I looked for it, couldn't find it. I didn't look crazy. But I actually made another one. It's not as good as that one, but I made another one in that vein just because it was on my mind because you asked me about it. But I'll find it this weekend. I'll get to that.
Please.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to
that. Studio by Studio Link. Shout out to what's my guy's name? Studio Link.
Shout out to Evan.
Yeah, Evan. I don't know why I couldn't think of his name.
Yeah, shout out to Evan. Shout out to Studio Link, man.
Oracle, your new pack. Do you want to be pushing traps?
No, it's made for mice. It's a pack for mice. Yeah. In case y'all don't know, though, what they're referring to, Trizza and I came out with Been Trapping 6, bro. Last week, that joint's been going crazy. Every time we come out with Been Trapping, it sells more than the last one. This one is out of here, man. Shout out to everybody that copped it already. If you haven't copped it already, do yourself a favor.
Please.
Go ahead and get that. But we appreciate you all support 100%.
Yes, sir. Every time someone puts Diva, I think she had ghetto Don Diva. Man, like Diva.
Facts. Oh man.
Let's see.
DA select start. Shout out to Will.
Oh yeah, you already know. Let's see if we got any other questions in the Young Chizat.
Yeah, let me know because I got a couple over here.
Yeah, I mean, if you got some, let's go ahead and I'll keep looking for the next one.
Okay. Damn, I spoke so soon that I actually lost the question. Oh, it's over here. This question is fine everywhere. This question is: any tips on organizing the files on your computer in general? Ooh. I organize them, but I feel like when I'm done, I end up with more folders to click on. Listen, I completely understand that. So here's a few tips that I can give you. In no particular order, just pick whatever one works best for you. I do favorites folders, right? So I'll have a drums folder, and then it'll be drums favorite. It'll have kicks, snares, open hats, break it down however you want it. And with certain folders, I'll set a limit as to how many files can be in there. So in my favorite kicks folder, no more than, let's say, 30, 35 kicks.
Do you have a survival meeting where it's like the little tiki torch and you put the little cap over it to kick out? Okay, yeah.
Yes, the only way. Listen,
kick 543, you gotta go.
It's tough because if I come across another kick, I'm like, dog, that one got to go in the favorites. Somebody got to go. Yeah. Somebody has to go.
You're fired.
So from the top down, from the top down, it's gonna look like your favorites, drums, you break it down, maybe even loops, break it down, VSTs, break it down. For the rest of the stuff, still separate it out. I can't tell you how to separate it, but here's a gem or a method I'll give you. Organize your stuff for yourself in the future. Like if I was going to look for a such and such, where's the first place I would go? And then I tend to put stuff like that. Because when you're organized, you can tend to get very complex and very trapped in your head about where things are going. And then when it's time to look at it for it, you can't ever find it. Just like the sample we're talking about right now. So if you just put it in an obvious and name your stuff obvious names, name your folders. I don't care if the name of the folder is the max length of characters you could put. I put keywords in my folder names. So it'll be drums, favorite, let's say trap, 2021 sample. It'll just be the main title will be what it is, and then everything else after that will be keywords. So I can go ahead and search for it inside of Ableton. And I will say this last tip: as you're breaking stuff down, and making it more organized, I have a folder called just unsorted. And that's kind of where everything else lives. So I'll never see more than a few folders at a time. And then I sort everything from the unsorted folder up. So I'm not just looking at a million folders. I'm only looking at a very limited playing field. So that's just a few tips as to how I organize my stuff. Oh, in chronological order. My samples are always by month and year. So like samples, April 2021.
Your Oracle be pulling out samples like it's wine. Like
he'd
be like, oh, it'll be a hard drive. He's like, yeah, this is a 2005 Chateau.
When we cut, or when like J Black comes through or something like that, I'm like, oh, Marcialago came through like a week ago. I'm like, oh, let me dip into the 09. Let me go into the 09 folder. Oh, these are some good stuff.
It's a good year. Great crop. Great batch. Great batch this year.
Ooh, December 09. Oh, buckle your seatbelt. We going.
Yeah. Y'all notice I didn't give the organization techniques because my organization, it's horrible right now. It's horrible. My desktop looks atrocious. My downloads folder is atrocious. My beat organization is atrocious. So I can't give any advice right now. I need to actually take notes on what Oracle just said to go fix my stuff, bro.
It's therapeutic to me. Smoker said that's crazy, Oracle, to have that type of organization. It's an exercise in discipline. And like I said, for me, I'm weird. Shit like that is just fun to me.
I will say you'll learn certain stuff. Like now, if I sample something, I always make sure I put that sample in what I sample from in the notes somewhere, or like I rename it, because I've told the story before. I got a placement and they wanted the sample so they could clear it, and I couldn't find what the sample was. And bro, I panicked, bro.
Yes.
Bro, it took me 3 solid days of like going through every son on my hard drive, still not finding it, because I had a hard drive crash around that time where I made that beat. So I lost like a month of beats during that time, and I just happened to have the files for that, but I lost the sample. So it was like all this stuff. Oracle couldn't figure out where it was. Like we were looking, bro, it was a whole ordeal. Yeah. So with that part of being organized, that's one of the first things. If I use a sample, throw that joint in there. Remember where that came from, because if you lose a file, you super short.
100%. Oh, that's actually tied into a question that Flight School asked. Flight School hit me today. He said he wouldn't be able to join in for the show, but he DM'd me and he had a question. I answered him in the DM, but I'll answer it. I'll tell the question to answer here in case anybody else is going through it. He said he had a track and an artist wants it or something like that, and he can't find the track. Ooh. So he was just like, are there any tips to avoid this happening in the future? So what I told him, this tip it works for me a lot. Once you do a track, bounce a 2-track of it and just put all your 2 tracks in a dedicated place. And the reason for that is when it comes to projects, your project folder could get kind of crazy and you can lose stuff. But if you bounce out a 2-track, just look at the date that you bounced out the 2-track, and then you could go into your projects and your DAW, and it'll be around that date. And that's what saves me all the time.
Yeah. It's back up, man. You gotta, I mean, it sometimes I hate doing it. I try to do it, and I don't do it all the time. So I can't like act like I'm just like stickler for doing this, but sometimes I just track out the beat after I make it.
Yep.
I do everything at once, because sometimes too, like I collaborate a lot. So it's like somebody hit me, be like, hey, can you send me the files for this? So I could like, I could just go and like, boom, send it from my phone, because I already got everything all tracked out. Everything's already like stemmed out. But that way too, you know, it's just more stuff to keep up with. And if you lose one, because that remaking game is tough, because it's never going to sound the same way.
Never. You're not even the same person. I don't care if you made it yesterday. You're not the same person as you were yesterday.
Yeah, it's never the same. It's always going to be like some difference. So,
yeah, I mean, put it like this, even there are going to be differences in gain staging, and the human ear can hear up to 0.2 difference in gain change. So, I mean, just those minor things alone are going to make any remake just sound totally different. So if you can, hang on to that first one and don't lose it.
Yeah, that's facts. That's super facts.
Yeah, treat it like the love of your life. Hang on to it. Don't let it go.
Because that's like have you ever sold a beat and then somebody else want the same beat, and so you gotta like flip the first beat almost.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's a difficult thing too, because it's like you gotta keep the vibe, but then you don't want to make the exact same beat now. So it's like you gotta make that person happy.
Yeah.
And they gonna have that demoitis. Like people don't talk about demoitis at all. Like
Good
that
point.
is the realest thing ever, bro. People fall in love with that original version. If you change it, it sounds to them, it's gonna sound crazy, no matter how good it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had that happen so many times when people be like, oh, redo it, change it again. And you on your fifth time, and it's like, oh yeah. No, I just like the first one. I just like the first one. Let's just stick with the first one. Yeah.
Man. Speaking of sticking with the first one, I kind of want to check my DMs to make sure I get this right, but I think I got it right. Shout out to Jay Oliver. He asked us to bring up a topic about producers loving their rough mixes. He says he hates it. It's super annoying. Oh, it's super annoying. And why do producers do it? I guess. And I'm one of those people too. Like I love my rough mixes, but I know they can be better.
Right.
I think what happens is you've probably been here where you got a song and your rough mix, even though it's not mixed, it's the vibe, it's the tone, it's kind of the way you want it. And then once it gets mixed, it sounds totally different.
Oh yeah, I hate
kick is totally different. The whole feel of the shit is off. You're like, wow, I just kind of like this. I just kind of like this rough mix. So as a producer, number one, are you, and this is for everybody in the chat, are you tied into your rough mix like that?
It's tough. But I think what the issue is because a lot of times producers want stuff that's technically wrong for engineers, right?
Yes.
And that's why you got to find an engineer that understands. Like Realistic's good at it because he's like, he has a producer mind and an engineer mind, you know what I'm saying? So he gets the balance of it. But like I've sent stuff to certain people and I want my 808 to be overly loud and kind of distorted a little bit. I want that sound, right? And it's not like clipping or anything, but it's like overly, I'm trying to make it aggressive and they like tuning it back. I'm like, bro, right. I made it this way on purpose. Like keep that essence going through, but to them it's technically wrong. Like, no, you're not supposed to do this. This is too loud. This is supposed to be, and it's like, I get that, bro, but sometimes the wrong is the right thing in certain situations. So you gotta, I think that's where the issue comes in a lot of times with getting stuff mixed and the demoitis and people changing it. Is a lot of times them mixes be light, bro. Like it'd be like, bro, you need to turn this up. I need my drums hidden, dog. Like, right, this ain't enough, you know. But
I imagine that's kind of annoying to engineers, though.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like it. And shout out to Realistic, man. Like I said, I couldn't ask for a better engineer because I'd be sending them to shit and it sounds crazy. Oh yeah. Like I already know it sounds crazy, but I'm like, this is the idea. This is the vibe of the way I want it to sound. And he always sends it back and it'll still sound the same with the same vibe, but just sonically it'll just be way better. But it never loses the intention of the way I want it to feel.
So I think that's the key of like having an engineer that understands like this is the vibe they're going for. So I'm just gonna enhance what it is. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna, because some people they'll take it and it's like remix the song. Like I've had trap songs, they mix it like it's a pop song. I'm like, bro, if you don't, dog, no, this sounds so weak. Like, dog, this is the whole point of this. Like, turn it up. But that's their style, and that's that one style that they know. So it's like they don't understand how to venture off and do other stuff. But I feel like if you find that balance, that's when it's great. You know what I mean?
Facts. And Realistic, if you're still in the chat, let me know because I had a question for you too.
Nicholas Quirk says, Triz, what do you start with? The bass, drum, or snare, hi-hat? Most of the time I do melody, like main melody, then I put hi-hat and snare, and then I build out around that. And then I probably, if I do use the kick, that's gonna be last.
Yeah, that eight gonna come last.
Yeah, especially like the kick, the 808. I treat it like an instrument almost, but the kick, I feel like that kick lock you in your bounce. Like it's like you locked in whatever that kick is gonna be. I mean, which is a good thing and a bad thing at times.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, typically I do the kick last, like super last.
I do the same things you do, but at the end I reverse. I do the kick before the 808. But everything else prior to that, same order.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah, because I feel like the hi-hat gives you like a bounce. It kind of lets you know where you going. The clap just kind of keeps the time.
Yeah.
And then you can fill in the rest of the stuff. Because I feel like if it sounds good without the bass on it, and it sounds like full and it sounds like it's progressing, then when you put the fill out the drums, it's really gonna feel like, all right, this is a real record.
Facts. It's gonna be fire. Oh, let me ask you this, bro. What drum defines your track the most? Kick, snare, hat, what?
Oh, I would say snare.
100%.
I feel like it's been iconic snares. I can't name an iconic kick like that.
Right.
Like, but I can tell you the Neptune snare, the Fruity Loops hip hop clap number 3, which I hate. It's the worst snare in history, but I know it. The Stargate clap thing that they use, you know what I mean? It's like it's so many of those like iconic, the Beacock's like rim shot snare, the battery snares, the marching band. It's like I can just keep going of naming iconic snares, but the rest of them, it's not like we remember those.
Yeah. Hey, listen, snare is realistic. I'm gonna tell you in a hot second. The snare is definitely the most the drum that defines the track the most to me. And I know because when I'm making a pack or when I'm making drums, which is often, I spend probably 10 times more time and attention to snares than everything else. And I OD with the detail on all the drums, but to me, like the snare is the most important thing. It will date your track. It will determine what genre your track is gonna be. The snare determines so much to me, and I feel like with a kick, if you just get a solid, what I like to call regular, but really like a unidentified type of kick, just like a nice solid kick with not too much character, you can use that in almost everything.
That's right.
And it's not really, if it's short enough and nondescript enough, you can use that all the time, and people will probably not know. But the snare,
oh yeah, it makes a difference.
The snare makes all the difference in the world, man.
Someone says DJ Spins 808.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy. I gotta hit Spins, man. Spins is the homie, bro. I've known Spins since 07, bro. Golly. Bro. I met Spins 07 because it was my first year of college, and he's got an 808 named after him. This is iconic. So I want to know what that is, what that's like, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
I think I did.
Hold on. There we go.
We might. Yeah, but that's iconic, man. Oracle, you should have a snare named after you. I mean, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, but
we're gonna do that again, yo.
But I definitely think you would. Hey, I've never heard that snare until you. So, and it's an iconic snare. So that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I made that, but it has a name now. Baloney has a first name. it's Pyrex.
Someone said, if you ain't gonna claim it, I will.
Pyrex for sure.
Let's see. A lot of DJ Khaled's album has bad mix throughout the album, and I still ain't heard it.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I still ain't heard it.
I didn't either.
Is it? I'm not trying to sound bad about Khaled.
Let's do it. Let's go.
I don't typically like a lot of his records anyway. They're just cool. It looks cool. The optics of it are cool, but it's not like records I'm listening to on the. Does that make sense? It's not like and they're not bad records. It's just
right.
I don't know. I'm not the people he's making these records for. I don't know who those are, but it's not me.
I'm not that person. I'm not that person either. And I don't know. It's a lot of flavor on it, but I don't think I eat that type of food.
I ain't gonna front. I'm So Hood is a classic though.
That
beat is so.
Khaled got some classic joints.
Yeah.
Danger
did that beat, didn't he? Oh no, that was the Runners. What was the one? We Taking Over that Danger did?
Oh yeah, he killed that. And the one with what's the joint with Beyonce and Jay-Z? The Khaled joint.
Was not the? I'm trying to think.
It got a Dionne Warwick sample in it.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I can't even think of the name. I'm drawing a blank with the names today, but Danger did that.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the homie. Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Danger did that.
He said Khaled is the hip hop Nick Fury.
The hip hop what?
Nick Fury. points. That's
Yo,
points.
hilarious.
You just
got that off.
Hey, I like that one.
You got that off. Samuel Jackson will be proud.
Top off the Maybach.
Yes.
Is that it? Is that the name of the song?
I think so.
No, that's not it. That's not the song.
No, that's the one Future.
Oh, Shining. That's what it is.
Shining.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Shout out to Danger. Let's see. What is your favorite part of the production process? Unfortunately, I think my favorite part is a lot of people's favorite part, and that's the creation of the initial idea. I love that. And the way my stuff is set up, it makes that portion really, really fun. Really fun. Almost too easy. But everyone likes that part. And no one seems to like arrangement. No one really seems to like mixing. And with that being said,
right.
no one really seems to like finishing a track.
Oh, yeah, that's
because once you get past that initial honeymoon stage of creating an idea and you love it and you've listened to that 8-bar loop a million times, now it feels like you have to go to work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it was all fun and games. Now I got to really get to work and finish it. And that's where a lot of people tap out for whatever reason. But I try not to do that as much anymore. But just to answer the question, my favorite part is the creation of the initial idea.
Yeah, I say that. And then also that ugly beat face when you play for somebody.
Ooh.
And they make that face like they disgusted at you.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a great feeling.
Bro, I was talking to Realistic yesterday or the day before, and we had been working on something, and it was cool, but for a while now, and it wasn't quite sounding the way it was supposed to sound. And then finally that day, it sounded like it was supposed to sound. And the way that I knew is because I was listening to it, and I'm walking around the studio, and I go, woo!
Yeah.
Once you hit that involuntarily,
oh man,
that's your subconscious saying, there it is, right there. That's it, right there.
Yeah,
man.
That's a joy that's like, it's hard to match, bro. That's like when people talk about chasing the dragon of like highs and stuff. That's what I think it is, because it's like, I love that feeling. Like you in there making a beat, somebody just making that face like somebody cutting up onions in there. They hit you with the Ric Flair woo. Come on,
that's
man.
It. One of the joys of life is it's right up there with Nightmare Relief.
Dro, he says, Trizzo, you did it. So Cam gave me a tag, and it's in that song, and people been hitting me about it. So I might have to stick with use that Cam tag, man. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Do it. Prince Prodigal, you're a gem, my brother, because he said his favorite part is arrangements and composition.
Oh, snap.
If you like to make ideas, I suggest collaborating with people that like to do arrangements. Mm-hmm. That's like the ultimate one too. But it's not enough people like him that like to do the arrangement portion.
It's weird. I feel like you're good at arrangement too. Hold on, when we make beats, who would arrange most of the time? I can't remember.
I think I would do the initial arrangement, and then you would
like
just
go in
and rearrange or add to. You bring up a good point, because when it comes to arrangements, I think I'm good at arrangements, but don't enjoy doing it.
You know what? To me, you're like a great post person. Like you're like a great, like, all right, if this is the baton, I feel like I'm the good start guy. I'm gonna give you a good start. Finishing it and just sitting there and listening to the same loop after a while, bro, I just like, all right, bro. But I feel like you're great at like, all right, I'm gonna add this here, I'm gonna tweak this here, and this is what it's gonna go. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why we always work good together, is because
facts. I kill in post. I kill in post as long as I didn't start it. If it's my thing, I'm already burnt out, and
that's a good point.
Yeah, so if someone sends me something, I'm awesome in post, and I'm the exact opposite. Like with Polo and Tim, I was great at starting.
That's so weird.
Yeah, I start and then dish it off. So I'm really good at starting, depending on who the person is, or I'm really good at the post, depending on who the person is.
You made a good point. You said if you don't start it,
yes.
If it's not, and I think that's what the key is. I never thought about it like that, but like I feel like all my issues is like when I have to do everything in the beat, then I feel like I start getting burnt out on it. But if it's like somebody sends me an idea, it's like, oh man, I'm gonna switch this, change this, cool, we're gonna do this, and it's gonna be great.
And it's always gonna turn out better if you trust the person and the person is good.
Oh yeah.
Because it's gonna be stuff that you wouldn't have thought of. and it's always going to come back to you better. That's why, like I said, if you can find that 1-2 where someone starts and someone does the arrangement, oh man, that's the best combo in the world. So I'm gonna do this exercise in here. I don't know how many people in here, if it's gonna be a good match, but if you like to start, if you are the person that likes to start the initial beat and say get the initial 8 bars or whatever it is going, put a 1-1-1 in the comments. And if you are the type of person that likes to arrange, put a 2-2-2 in the comments.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of people saying they like to arrange. Prentice says I love to do arrangements, especially R&B. Yo buddy says I love arrangement. That's my favorite part. I'm not mad.
What?
I'm not mad.
I don't even know what MacGyver's talking about. He just put sober with the laughing emojis. I don't even know what he's talking about, bro.
Hey, don't tell her. Hey, MacGyver, what you buying with all that Doge, man? What you about to get? I know he about to rack up.
Man, he about to bring back Echo Unlimited. He about to bail them out.
Hell snap.
I was listening to an interview with MC Search. He was talking about Echo Unlimited. So that's the only reason I brought that up.
He about to bring back the lugs, the Funk Flexibles.
Facts.
Oh man. Let's see. Beats Music says I want to get a consult with Oracle so he can set up my Ableton presets like he got his.
Sheesh.
Bro,
let's go.
Yeah. Oracle, look, don't look at Oracle stuff and then think I'm gonna just do that. As someone who sat beside him, I worked in that Ableton, and my Ableton didn't look nothing like, because I just like at a point I'm just like, what's the point, bro? It's just, I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. It's a lot going on here. I'm just gonna let him work his way, and I'm gonna work my way.
it's a reflection of what's going on up here.
Yeah,
it's a little tangled. It's a little tangled up there. It's very organized, but still complex.
He'd be like, "Oh no, that's the wrong template. Let me load up this template that does this over here."
Dog, you know what throws people off the most when I do a session when I'm jamming out with them? I'll be like, "Hold on, let me put it in key. It's not in key."
Oh yeah. And it'd be wild because I'd be liking sometimes when it's not in the key, it'd be between the keys.
Yeah,
I'd be loving that joint.
You just got to get it to the closest key.
Yeah, it'd just be a pain when you got to lay the 808 and stuff. You like, bruh.
Facts.
Detune shorty.
But yeah, so for people that don't know, if I have loops, I like to use loops in drum racks, and I put them on repitch mode, or even my clips, I put them on repitch. And you know, as you pitch up the tempo, speed it up, slow it down, the pitch on the sample goes up and down with the speed of the sample, just like a record player.
Right.
So if you're at a certain tempo and the original tempo of the sample is something else and it's on repitch, it's pitching freely, so it's going to be stuck in between notes. So if I'm like, all right, we want to go with this idea, I have to take it and put it on complex or put it on beat, so it's going to lock it into a real step, and then I just pitch up the semitones or pitch down the semitones to get it as close to the where it was when it was in between notes. So, but yeah, for some reason, to me, it just makes sense. But whenever I say that, people I'm collaborating with for the first time are like, man, what the hell are you talking about? Why do you keep saying it's not in key? And what are you doing?
Yeah, so, man. Good times, man. You got to send me some loops, man, so we can. Hey, I'm back on the block, man.
Let's go. Oh wait, somebody said, Joe Oracle, you want samples? Do I? Yeah, hit me.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And the Asian soul brother, we found of buying the masters. Yeah, DJ MacGyver and I found this like soul Asian dude. He's amazing. It's like some of the most amazing shit you ever heard in your life. Yeah, no one's gonna find him.
Yo, have you ever looked into this? You saying MacGyver? He talking about buying masters and made me think of it. Oh,
yeah, I did it again.
Oh, okay. But have you ever? It's an app where you could buy like songs, the masters, like invest in the publisher.
I know about that game. Egon from Stone's Throw was the first person I heard to be in that game years ago. But I don't know about this app. But I do know that there were a lot of people that were in the samples. Shout out to Egon for those who know, and he bought a whole bunch of libraries and is licensing them out to people. And I'm assuming TrackLib functions the same way.
See, this one is like, you know how it's like there's people that they'll buy like all of, like, I'm just saying Paul McCartney, they'll buy all his publishing. Mm-hmm. Well, it's an app, and it's like Webull or like Robinhood, where you can like look at certain songs and then you could just be like, all right, I want to buy a piece of this publishing for that one specific song.
Holy shit, that's fine.
And I think I remember I ideally saw it before I was into stock, so I didn't really mess with it. I didn't understand it. But then seeing MacGyver made me think about it. I'm like, man, I might need to I might need to look towards this again because now I have a better understanding of all this stuff.
Yeah, and, hey, let me know. That's kind of fire.
Yeah, MacGyver. If not, I'll find it and send it to you if you need to know.
Facts. All right, let's see. Oh, we got some questions down here in the chat. Man, there's questions everywhere. We growing questions.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to the Cosmic Academy for that question. Okay. Oh, okay. Here's the question they put before that. It's from UnQuantized. Hold on. When sounds are competing for frequency, what do you hold on. Come on, phone. Oh, I can't read the question because of the badges. It's not letting me read it.
Oh,
yeah, it cuts it off, and I can't
I can't even say
expand it. So Quintendo, if you're in here, I got the first half of your question. When sounds are competing for frequency, what do you do to determine what sound? And I don't know what's after that.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, for sure.
What's the next phase after trap? I think it's just gonna keep continuing on, but it's gonna be just different, different versions of that. I feel like at one point trap was like super like brassy, you know what I mean? Like the T.I. Toomp trap that was like super hardcore brassy. Then I feel like it simplified. Then we went through this even now I feel like it's like either it's super simple, like it's no melody in there,
right, or
it's like super elaborate, right? It's like not really an in-between. Like it's like getting very musical or it's going to get super dumbed down. And I feel like it's always going to be like that. You know what I mean?
Facts.
I keep
hitting that joint. I got a new arrangement going on. But no, okay. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Hey, man, bro. It's always been like, it was always Vanilla Ice. It's always been MC Hammer. Hey, it's always been those acts. They're not going anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Damn. Okay. Realistic. I'm going to ask you that question I was going to ask a million years ago. But before I do that, I'm not going to forget again. But you just said something, Trisha, that made me realize. Yesterday, I was out somewhere, and it just hit me. MC Hammer had the worst aging songs ever. Think about how big MC Hammer was. You can't hear MC Hammer's song anywhere now.
It's only a joke now.
Everyone that had a hit somewhere, you could go to like Vegas and walk through a casino. You're going to catch a random one-hit wonder song or just be out in the grocery store anywhere. Catch it.
Wow.
You can't hear an MC Hammer song anywhere. And he was probably bigger than most people you hear. He had the worst successful aging catalog ever in history, bro.
That's wild, bro. Because even like I hear like I Got the Power and all that stuff. If I hear it out, I'm still like jamming to it, like even though it's very dated. But I don't hear a Hammer song like get that good vibe. It's just kind of like, all right, skip.
No one ever. There's not a venue in the world that plays MC Hammer songs. The venues that play the most washed one-hit wondery songs ever will not play MC Hammer. They'll play Vanilla Ice, of course. You'll hear Ice Ice Baby. Pick a one-hit wonder from back then or anywhere. You'll hear all of them, but for some reason, no one ever plays any. Come on, Young MC still out here winning. Tone Loc, Wild Thing, and Funky Cole Medina. You can still hear those anywhere in Vegas, anywhere, just anywhere.
Oh,
no Hammer, bro. None. And that's so wild to me, bro.
Yeah, that's wild. So
it just hit me yesterday.
B-Man says, did you know the DJ Kid, the baby's DJ that produces is MC Hammer's godson? Wow.
No.
I had no idea. That's random. I had no idea. And then he says, let's get it started.
Yeah, we're gonna turn this mother out. But think about it.
This mother. Wow, bro.
Nobody ever put. He should technically. There should be at least 2 MC Hammer songs that should be up there with like Rob Bass, It Takes Two, that they get played so much. But for some reason, nobody.
You know, you brought up Vanilla Ice and then Rob Bass versus Hammer. Hammer didn't have great samples that he used that I could think of. It might be some and I'm forgetting, but the
Rick James joint for Can't Touch This.
Yeah, you're right. Never mind.
He did. He had not the greatest, but he had the Frankie Beverly and Maze of Joy and Pain. That should at least get you some burn.
Okay, so it's just hammered. It's just hammered.
It's just him. He was too much.
I'm thinking the Vanilla Ice is that Under Pressure joint classic sample. That's like a, they call him the WPC. You know what I mean? If you know what that is. You know what I mean?
Shout out to my folks.
Yeah. Shout out. You know what I mean? But you're right. No, it's just hammer.
Go figure, right?
Do you think it's like movies like CB4 and all the joints that showed how gimmicky he is that made him like, I feel like he's like the poster boy of like corny rapper. Yeah. And I'm sure he's a great guy. I don't know him. I don't have, you know what I mean? What?
Duh, I think even without CB4 and the likes of CB4 type stuff, for some reason, I just think his fate was to be this, like the biggest thing in the world, and then for some reason, just erased from history.
He said it was too dance oriented.
All that stuff was dance oriented back then.
Yeah, I feel like that's coming back now. Bro, them TikTok dances be elaborate, bro. I'm like, yo, y'all kids got to be smart. Y'all, these dances is like a whole. I draw the line at cranking the yank. You know what I mean? That was like the amount of steps that I was going to crank the Spider-Man. You know what I mean? That was the maximum amount of steps I was going to learn. And after that, it's like, all right, y'all got me.
Well, B-Man said something just now that made me think of something. He said the production was aged when the singles were released. And that is funny, but it's very true.
Dang, that's a good point.
If you think about MC Hammer compared to, let's say, a Tone Loc or Young MC or even a Vanilla Ice, MC Hammer didn't have any WPCs.
That is
at the time. Ooh. They were WPs. They were everybody. They were everybody's joints. But after a while, you have to fall into the WPC category for a lot of stuff to hold. And that's how Funky Cold Medina, Wild Thing, Bust a Move.
I know people are like, what is a WPC?
We can't say it. But yeah. But it's true.
It was the DJ 912 says, I think because his music is so specific though, but it might just be him. And Death Row didn't help. I forgot about
it. Did not help.
Oh God.
Pumps in the Bump, bro. You remember.
Oh yeah. I feel like Hammer only made music for like 90s movies, like background soundtracks. Like that's like early 90s. That's like every time I hear one of the songs, that's what make you think of.
That's true. The amount of the orchestra hit, the old school. Yeah. Yo, if you listen to MC Hammer music, the amount of orchestra hits that you just did not peep before. He had one song. The song's like 99% orchestra hits. I forgot. Right. It's so many.
Oh yeah.
It throughout the whole song, bro. Just all orchestra hits.
Bro, I ain't gonna front. It's a version of Bobby Brown, Every Little Step I Take, without the orchestra hits, and I hate it, bro. I hate it. They were listening to it in the car, my daughter and my girl, and I was like, what is wrong with this? Like, it took me a second to realize. I'm like, there was something wrong with this song, bro. Like, what version is this? Bro, I had to go find the other one with the all that, and then it's like, all right, cool. Now I'm here.
There's a YouTube video on the original orchestra hit sample that was used, and it spawned just, decades of orchestra hits being made. But the original one it was like a Beethoven or a Mozart type of song. Fair. That's where the original one is from. Check out what's the name of that channel on YouTube? It's called Vox, VOX.
Oh yeah, they be having some fire.
Yeah, they a lot of the videos are fire, but they have one on the history of the orchestra hit sample.
Oh snap.
Yeah. Okay. That. Realistic. I'm going to ask you this question before I forget again. In terms of gain staging and loudness, what is the average ratio between the kick and the snare?
Ooh.
So I'm going to ask this in two ways. If the kick, let's say, is -6, the average gain of the snare would be -9. Also -6. Is it a 1-in-1? Is it the snares is on average? I know everything is different, but this is just kind of like a fun thing. Or if the kick is 0, which you wouldn't put your kick at 0. Just where would the snare be? And I guess I'm assuming it's under because I keep doing this.
Sure.
And I assume it's not 1-in-1, even though when I make stuff, the volume of the kick and the snare is usually 1-in-1 to start with. But on average, man, just like decibels less is the snare than the kick, or am I wrong about that?
I'm interested because I have a idea, but I don't know if mine's right. I just be doing stuff, so I'm interested to see what he say.
Yeah, that's a question I had. I imagine a lot of people have that. Just B Man killed it. That's why you are who you are. Too Legit to Quit is a song with the orchestra hits.
Oh yeah, he
bro,
would know.
The most OD amount of orchestra hits in any song ever.
Oh yeah, it reminds me of Mortal Kombat for some reason.
Killed it. You got that.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Every time I hear that song, I think about Mortal Kombat for some reason. And was it in the Ninja Turtles joint too?
Oh yeah, with the Vanilla
Go
Ice
Ninja,
version.
go! Oh yeah.
Yo, that chorus was so close
Oh
to
man,
being not right. Even as a kid, I was like, "What you say?"
Oh man,
easy, easy.
Was that Ninja or?
I don't know. I feel like we're trying to go somewhere here. But yeah,
he can't let that slide now. That's not in so many ways.
Yeah, that's a fact. So I'm waiting for Realistic to answer. And do we have another question?
Oh, he just answered. Oh, he says the average of a snare is whatever sounds better, haha. But I know that's the worst answer possible. But it's how it goes. Sometimes the louder the kick or 808, sometimes it's lower.
Got you.
See,
I learned nothing, but he's right. He's 100% right.
I typically try to start with a little bit lower than my kick. Mm-hmm. So I'd say maybe 2 to 3 dB, a little bit lower.
I'm thinking around the 2 or 3 dB range.
But once I put everything in together and I'm listening to it and I'm like adjusting it, sometimes I'm pushing the snare just to get that little crispiness. You know what I mean? So I'm sure it ends up being like 1 or 2 maybe.
Yeah, but see, with somebody like Realist, that's where proper engineering comes in. We're like, no, don't turn it up. Just put some I don't know, backdoor side chain, mid side compression,
or harmonic something. Mid side, top side, compression. Work.
Yeah, put a phase reverseologer on it. I'm like, all right,
send it to a bus. You good? You be like, bro, what?
Right, exactly. Like what? Running for the bus? The bus is late. What is going on here? But thank you, brother.
You got a question? If not, I got one.
No, I had a story, so ask your question.
Okay. Didn't answer my question about what you're invested in. Doge, crypto, stocks, what specifically? Man, a little bit of all of it. I mean, I'm playing the Doge game, but I mean, I'm cautious.
Hey.
Doge is like I know what it is. It's a meme stock. They call it a meme stock for a reason. So just being, if you're playing it, just be safe. Know what it is. A little crypto. I'm still not super heavy in crypto.
But you got something.
I'm in there. You know what I mean? I'm playing. I'm learning and I got my toe in. And then stocks. I do options and then I do some long term little dividends. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Nothing too major. Still learning, still trying to grow.
Oh, 100. Yeah. I'm sitting here with this Bitcoin, holding on to a lot of it. Like, I don't know what I'm doing with this, but I'm not getting rid of it right now.
Hey, only thing I'll say if y'all, and this is not financial advice, guys.
Not enough.
Yeah. That disclaimer that they give, but when I've learned a lesson, right? And I know this is not a stock market podcast, but I know everybody's in Doge right now, right? And that's the hot thing. Remember this: buy the hype, sell the news, right? Buy the hype, sell the news. So everybody's waiting for Saturday for this Elon Musk Saturday Night Live. So if everybody's waiting for that, it's going to be a humongous drop at some point. So make sure that you hedge your risk and when you're getting out, because some people are going to try to ride this to the wheels fall off, and then they're gonna be surprised when it drops down back to 10 cents.
I would have bailed weeks ago. I ain't gonna bullshit you. I'd have bailed like a week or two ago.
Oh, so you know what I did, bro? I bought early. I was just holding it, forgot I had it. Saw on Twitter it went up, sold, right? And then when it dipped back again, because I figured it was gonna dip, I bought again. And then I'm about to get out, and then if it dip again, you know what I mean? Because it ain't profit until you lock it in. You know what I mean? So sorry, and that was my stock segment. I'm out of that investment talk now.
Oh, good. Someone said engineers be crazy. They do.
Oh yeah, sometimes
They do. Yeah. They be crazy as hell. Um, damn, I had something.
Realistic, like, what did you say? What did you say?
Facts. Facts. My man said he never really thought about the ratios between those two instruments. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, you got to think like a layman.
Okay,
like
so
me.
Quintino had asked this question. Let me find it.
Mm-hmm.
Which sound should dominate the frequency if more than one sound occupies that frequency range?
Now that's gonna be a personal preference to me of what which sound you want to be more dominant. Both of them can't hold the space. So I don't know. It depends on the two sounds.
Yeah, you gotta. Oh god, that was a terrible example. I was gonna say you gotta have a Beyonce.
Look, I'm go on. I'm waiting. Let's see where this is going.
It's a terrible example, but like I think of a Kelly like strong second, like you know what I mean, Kobe Shaq. You know what I mean? She's like a strong number two. Then you gotta have Michelle, who is kind of in the back a little bit. You get what I'm saying? And that's how you kind of gotta think of sound. Sometimes somebody's got to be the front. This is a terrible. I'm gonna stop talking about this now.
No, keep going. This is terrible.
I feel like I'm digging myself in a hole.
You are, but I love it. Let's go.
No, I'm good. They're all great. Destiny's Child makes some slaps. Thank you.
Oh man.
Realistic says, here's a gem though. Mix it low volumes. That will show you what sticks out too much and what needs to be brought up more. That is facts.
That is very true. That's a technique I use a lot, but I don't think I've ever like vocally thought about it to say it. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Ghost says, I'm a sample maker, not following trend. I make orchestra and ethnic shit. What is some advice for me? Showcase your, like if I click your page now, will I hear those samples?
Right.
Because that's probably the easiest way. Because the whole email thing, I'm not gonna cap. When it comes to email, if I don't know you, I don't necessarily trust emails because people be doing phishing stuff and all that kind of stuff. So it's very hard. So it's easy if it's all in one spot where I could just like, I could go to it and I can control the direction I'm going and hear what I need to hear to see what's going on.
I would also say be that guy. Like, it's one thing to do something, it's one thing to be known as the person that does something. You know what I mean? And the fact that you already recognize that you're doing something that's different from what everybody else is doing, that's great. That's step one. But if you only show people that every now and again, you're not really utilizing your uniqueness to your advantage. So you should be showing that constantly, just consistently, and improving upon it. You know what I mean? So now you're that guy, like, oh, people make samples, but you're the guy who makes the ethnic joints. You know what I mean? And I think that's been a theme of the last couple episodes that we had. Like, be that person that's known for that thing. And the way to do that is just to do it more often and show it more often than everybody else. Everybody else could do the same thing, but the person who does it the most and claims it is the person that's known for
it. Facts. Yeah, we can't check links in the live, so
we
that
can't.
Won't work.
We would never. Even if we could, we would never.
Oracle, where should I go for custom woodcuts for a home studio?
Realistic's house. No, honestly, I don't know if you all saw my desk. I think I posted pictures of it, but I got this really big desk made out of unfinished wood. I went to Home Depot and I ended up getting 2 kitchen countertops and 1 kitchen island. And I use those to make my desk.
Oh, snap. My boy went straight HGTV.
100%. I got it propped up on the Alex drawers from IKEA. And for the legs, because you're going to want to put additional legs on there to keep from bowing, get the Olaf legs from IKEA. If you can't find them, you could just order some legs that you screw in off of Amazon.
Additional legs sound like a credit. Like
additional legs.
Additional like, drums.
Like, no, I'm gonna get my credit. You put me in for additional legs or something. I don't care.
Oh, stop.
Spoon washing. I did that.
Okay, Boots and Cats says mixing with pink noise, and what levels do you print your masters at? So the pink noise and white noise thing, bro, I used to try to do it. it was trash to me. I never came out the way for me personally. I always thought that my mixes did not come out good doing that. And I felt like I wasted a lot of time doing that. It might work for some, and I might have been doing it wrong. That's a disclaimer. I say the best thing is reference mix and keep trying, like, to train your ear, because once you figure it out, it's gonna make all the sense in the world. But I feel like certain stuff is just like, I don't want to say it's just like a feeling thing, but it's just like a learning how to use your ears, like how you observe stuff with your eyes. Like, oh, well, okay, so this is spaced up here. You ever hear a sound like an 808 and it sounds like it's like down here and then it's back, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, how do you get that? How do you achieve that? All right, if I hear snares and they're up here, then the guitar's up here. So like, how do you figure that out? And then once you kind of figure that out, I feel like everything starts making more sense. But yeah.
Oh, shout out DJ Street Orchestra. I see you in here, brother. I see you in here.
Have you ever done the pink noise joint?
I tried it way back in the day. Yeah. It was a trash experience for me. I also didn't know as much as I know now, but I still think if I tried it like tomorrow, it would be trash for me.
Yeah. Okay, Oracle. So what's the difference between being that guy and becoming known for a spammy jackass? How do I make my presence known in today's incredible, accessible industry? That's a good question.
That is a really good question. Just showing it in a way that's authentic, almost being proud of it, not trying to sell it on people, not trying to force it on people, but like, let's just say you made, I don't know, origami. You was just like that person, and that's what you did every day. So now you just document what you're doing. Like, no, and people are like, wow, I've seen people do origami before, but every day you do this every day. Like, yeah. I'm an origami guy. Yeah. I got a crane. I got all that, a peacock and all that. And I just don't think it. I don't think it will come off as spammy if it's authentic, especially if you're not like, hey, buy something. You're just like, nah, it's just me. Another day. Like, it's this dude. He does breaks. He makes break beats on Instagram. Every day. That's all he does. He makes break beats for people and he records them and he shows you. He's genuinely excited. Like, woo, did something crazy on this one. This is about to be the. And now, to me, he's the break beat guy. No, that's the break dude. Every day. That's all he does is breaks. And it's nothing spammy about it. It's nothing silly about it. He's just like really good at it. And that's all he shows you every day. And now in my mind, if I see somebody else doing that, I'm like, oh yeah, you're like such and such.
Yeah.
You know, that's how you become Kleenex and not just a regular tissue.
Yeah, I think the spam is just when you become like we call them, what's the hip hop New York guys? Like, excuse me, do you like hip hop music?
Do you like hip hop?
That or you're the Instagram comments like DM for your blue badge. Like, that's spamming. Mm-hmm. Whenever it's like a high possibility that you're going to be annoying to somebody, that's spamming.
Facts. But you're saying I shouldn't DM them?
Yeah. And they never have a blue check. If you want to prove to me about getting a blue check, you get a blue check, and then I'll take you so much serious.
Yeah. Listen here, barber with a bad haircut. I'm not trusting you.
Facts. Okay. John Smith says, should I send my music to major DJs in hope of building my brand and getting signed to a label, spinning records? Stampede. I'm an EDM producer, by the way. I don't know if Ponzu is in here. Ponzu is the perfect person. He's actually who I go to for advice for this kind of stuff. So if he's not in here, go to his IG. His name's Ponzu Music. So Ponzu has a lot of like major releases. He's like, I don't want to even call him an EDM producer because he's like fire. He does like all kinds of stuff, but he has like his own releases as a DJ and as a producer. And I don't think that he's sending it to DJs necessarily. I think he's just building his brand and he's shopping out his single to the labels directly and then doing deals with them as far as that. I mean, here's the thing, getting DJs to play your music will never hurt. It will only help. You know what I mean? So if you're doing it like that, I say try to get as many DJs record pools as you can, and try to approach it from all angles. But I know a lot of people get their stuff just released from promoting their self and then doing deals with these kind of labels. Because a lot of times they do like single deals. Yeah. Hope that helps.
Let's see. It's about time to wrap it up too.
Oh yeah.
Digital Wax as the perfect noise. Appreciate you. All right. I am go ahead.
I've said it's like making albums with your kids. I think I'm on album 5. That's very true. Hive is the I'm gonna buy your kit and I'm gonna make an album out of it guy.
He's that guy. Yeah. Good, great example. Great example. And thanks for using our stuff to become known for something. Much appreciated.
Fiction, what up?
What up, Fiction? So yeah, man, we are we're probably about to wrap it up unless we get something crazy. I wanted to say happy birthday to Rich, my neighbor.
Oh,
Rich since 78. By the way, it's not his birthday. His birthday was like a month ago, right? But here's the thing. Real quick. So here's my real quick story.
He pulled a pump fake. I was about to pull out the Stevie Wonder birthday. You know what I mean? Right. The extended version.
We threw a surprise. His wife threw a surprise party for him last Saturday, and what a surprise, because his birthday was actually a month ago. So he did not see it coming because his birthday's been gone, right? So I was the guy responsible for getting him out of and keeping him out of the house while everybody came, right? Here's what music is super powerful. So we just like all the girls, because it's a group of dudes and then it's a group of girls, wives and husbands. So the girls all hang together, the dudes we hang together. So we told them that the girls were having something at my house. I'm like, well, since the girls have something at my house, come on, son, we're gonna go. We're gonna hit up the restaurant, eat like mobsters. We're gonna really do it big, right? So we get out there, we killing. We eating. Garçon, bring this, bring that, right? We talking about hip hop, real hip hop. It started with Prodigy and Mobb Deep. It just progressed from there. We getting loud, we getting pumped up. Rich gets so excited at the table. He's like, yo, fuck this shit, son. Let's get the check. Dog, we about to ride out all day. We about to ride out. We about to go crazy. I'm like, hell yeah, bro. Let's ride out. I was like, wait a minute. I forgot I'm doing something here. Oh, what's that? Because my wife hit me. Hey, you guys almost done with the check? I'm like, damn, we didn't order the food yet. We order like appetizers and drinks. So anyway, say all that to say, like, music is so powerful. I almost messed up this man's whole surprise birthday party because we hype off the music. Talking about let's ride out. I'm like, yeah, let's ride out. It'd have been mad people at his house waiting on us to come in, and we'd have been gone. So.
You walk in 2 hours late with a Magic City shirt on. You're like, oh,
my bad. My bad. And I know I got glitter on my nose. I can explain that.
But it came with the shirt. Came with the shirt.
But shout out to Rich. And it was kind of crazy because on the way back, I'm like, because I was like, no, cool, we can ride out. But I waited till we left the restaurant. As soon as we get in the car, I'm like, I got pissed real quick. So let's go back around the way real quick. Because we was around the crib, around the corner from the cribs. He's like, well, all right, well, you drop me off. You want me to drop you off at your house? I'm like, no, I'm trying to figure out a reason why I got to pee at his house. I'm like, how am I going to say this? I got to pee at your house. But I said, oh, no, the girls in my house. They're going ham sandwich in my house. I'm not going in there for that. I'm going to go pee at your house. And then lo and behold, we walk in and surprise party. It was amazing. It was an amazing night. So shout out to Rich, man.
He probably thinking like, yeah, them bathroom redecorations paid off. Yeah.
Yeah. Really? The honor. Pee at my house.
Man. Hey, before we get off, this is another great name. This person's name is Steve Jobs with the Mac.
Oh, come on.
That is a great Instagram name if I've seen one.
And that's a bar.
That is great. We should do a whole thing where we like highlight people's great Instagram names. That's a good one. I like that one. I feel like Hitman Holler is gonna like ad-lib it at any moment.
Yo, that's a fire name though. He's laughing at the glitter thing. Thank you. But yeah, that's a fire name, bro.
Yeah.
Damn.
We gotta have a conversation where I do not like battle rap. I can't get into it. And I hate how everybody finishes the lines. And sometimes I just feel like it's a bunch of people and they don't really know. And they're just kind of just like, and they just kind of say stuff. Wait,
what was that again?
Because you know how like you can tell the pattern, but you don't know what they say. I know, bro. I just want to see like I want to get the crowd's perspective so you can see how many people get it wrong.
Good point. Good point. I like battle rap. I like the way battle rap used to be, not so much the way it is now. I'm a casual consumer, but back in the day, I really.
I'm not mad at it back in the day. I'm talking about this now. It's getting very Jake Paulish,
yes,
fightish kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not really about the battle rap necessarily. I like the ones that go wrong, like those be funny. But that's like anything. We all like a train wreck every once in a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A little World Star video, but yeah, that's another day. We'll talk about that.
All right, bet. So listen, man, we are we about to be over. We about to be overtime. We always do that. So listen, as the show comes to a close, Young Trizza, what you got going on?
In Trapping 6.
Come
the producer
on.
kit or soundoracle.net. Get the kit, man. It comes with that extra book written by Young Oracle and Young Trizza. And it's about productivity. It's the ultimate. I forgot what we named it exactly, so I'm not even gonna cap and say it. But it's the ultimate guide for music producer productivity. It's a bunch of tips of stuff that we talk about on the podcast throughout the years and that we use every day to be more productive, keeping organized, getting more shit done. So we put in a book. You get it for free when you buy Been Trapping 6. So,
that is a fact. That is a fact.
Go get it.
Just as valuable as it sounds, if not more.
Facts.
Yeah. Even the organization stuff that we were talking about earlier, that I was talking about, a lot of that is in the book. Man, shout out to us for writing a book. But that aside, Been Trapping 6 is fire. Damn the fact that we love it. Producers are loving it. A lot of people in this chat already have bought it. They're loving it. So man, thank you all for the support. And
yes, sir.
Hey, may you cook up all weekend long. And with that being said, listen, it's been another episode of the UnQuantized podcast. Thank you for listening, and we will see you next week.
Steve Jobs with the Mac.